Hey everybody, welcome to Dancingluna Tarot. This is going to be a singles reading for the sign of Aries. So first we're going to just ask what's going on around you, what's going on with you right now, and then we'll ask what's coming up in the near future. So this is for my Aries singles. Give a couple more shuffles and then we'll get into the cards. What's going on for my Aries single people right now? Sorry, I'm just hearing go one more time, so we're going to go one more time. Okay, so this is for Aries. What's going on with my Aries people right now? Okay. I'm just going to get a few more cards. So, wow, this is a nice reading so far. Let's see. Just going to get one more card, and then we'll dive in. Okay. All right, so Aries singles. So you might be, really tapped into your intuition right now, your intuitive knowing. You may be just sort of letting your intuition guide you when it comes to, looking into relationships. So, and you may just be sort of like into the idea with intuition and Seven of Pentacles here. It's like you're putting the work in, and the term "this time" keeps coming through. So it's like you're putting the work in this time to maybe slowing things down and just getting more tapped into your internal knowing. You may be in a process of getting to know yourself better on a deeper level, like your needs and wants. And so you may just be in a process of like nurturing kind of new ways of maybe navigating relationship. But I feel like you're in a place of wanting to like slow it all down. But at the same time, there is, you might just be in a really sort of like soft, nurturing, loving place right now, but also this might be like what you have a desire for, for like the kind of love that just feels, emotionally abundant and soft and nurturing. These are both nurturing cards, right? So you may be in a place of knowing that you are in need of some nurturing when it comes to love. Like maybe you haven't been dealing with the most reciprocal situations, yeah. Because I feel like she's just sitting in her thought process, but also the High Priestess is super intuitive. So I feel this feeling like you're craving warmth, right? A deeper sense of security, a deeper sense of deeper love. I feel like you've got, this is like gifts coming in, and this can speak to money, but we're doing singles, so this isn't like a life reading. We're not really here to read about jobs or money. So this can speak to like a windfall of money, but I think in this reading, it's like gifts coming in. And I think you might be sort of in the process of like magnetizing in gifts of more abundant love, slower, more solid. Like this is what you're sort of trying to tap into, I feel, is love that has roots. That's like, see how this guy is nurturing this tree, but trees grow really slowly, but there's a lot of abundance at the roots, right? So I feel like this being under the High Priestess, this Six of Pentacles, is almost like like you're pulling this in, but you're pulling it in through your vision and knowing. I feel like you've just got clarity on what you want, you know? Um, this also might speak to that there might be like a friend in your arena right now, someone who you've been friends with, who it's like platonic, but there might be like an urge for more on either side, on your side or their side, or maybe even both sides. um you know, there is a desire to like charge forward into something. So this might be on your side. You might have your eye on a friend, or it could be vice versa. You might have your eye on a friend, and either one of you or both of you might just want to like be just charging into this thing. The Chariot speaks of like fast momentum, or a desire for fast momentum. With the Queen of Cups here and the Chariot here too, you might have someone in your sphere, in your like thoughts about dating or pursuing a Cancerian. These are both Cancer cards, so that could be a factor, but it's not necessarily. It could be any sign. Yeah, but I just think this feels to me like that you have a desire to get it on the road. like let's get this party started. I feel like you're ready to love, but you again, you have this idea of like how you want it to come in, what you want it to look like. You want someone who gives to the connection. You don't want to be always having to be the giver and the one who like carries the relationship. I feel like you want something. You have this really strong desire, but not only a desire, but sort of in manifesting mode of something deeper level, something richer in feelings, more reciprocal. And you want someone who also is like coming straight for you, like not wishy-washy about where they're going with it, right? But you may sort of, there may be like past stuff coming up for you, Aries, that is like, that you don't totally see the way. Like you might be a little bit in your head too at the same time. So I'll say like you've got your High Priestess mode on, right? So if you feel these thoughts of like self-limiting thoughts, or kind of where like if you have times come up where you can't see the vision and you kind of feel like, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, this is frustrating, like whatever you're in, like if you're dating or whatever it is, if you get into that mind frame of you know, okay, I don't know how this is going to work, like everyone sucks, like whatever it is, right? This is kind of self-imposed, right? So this is where we tie ourselves up and bind ourselves up. So like if you find this energy coming up, step back into your High Priestess. She knows how to future orient her thoughts into what she wants. So keep the thoughts in what you want. Keep your focus on what you want, because that's how you're gonna magnetize it in. And a good tool, like if you're in the dating sphere and you're just bumbling into like a lot of clowns and they're not showing up in this energy around you, something someone taught me is that if you take each sort of experience that you have, right, as you're emerging into like the dating world, or, you know, tapping into romance with different people, is to pay attention to, like, even though you don't like everything about a person, make kind of a mental note of the experiences that you did like about the interaction. Like what were the things that you liked about the interaction? And I'm not saying stick on that person, that's not what it is. But if you pick up on the things that went right on the dates or the interactions or whatever, it's almost like sort of in a High Priestess way telling the universe, okay, I liked this part of it, so in the next experience, you know, Source knows to give you that along with some other things that you're looking for. So when you focus on like everything that was wrong, Source will kind of magnetize to you more of the things that you noticed that were wrong. So what I'm getting at is it's what you focus on it. And this is what the High Priestess does. Like she's hyper focused, right? But in order for this to be successful and come out like this, it's got to be focus on the good, right? Focus on the wants. more than the don't wants. And you'll magnetize the wants in, right? So just keep your focus clear and stay out of this bound up mode if you have any of this Eight of Swords energy coming up. This is just like being bound up in illusion, right? Illusion of being stuck. This is a stuck state that we easily can get ourselves out of, but it takes a little work. It takes a little realization that we're stuck to get back into High Priestess mode, where we can manifest and magnetize in the things that we want. And you've got the ability, because you've got the Chariot here, and you've got the right idea if this is what you're kind of seeking. So again, stay focused on the wants and just replace the don't wants with the wants with clarity, you know? So we're going to take a look at what is coming up for you. So I might take a peek into like any romantic prospects, or just kind of like what's around the bend for you. Like what's coming into your energy in terms of love and romance. This is for my Aries singles. I just want to know what might be coming up. Any advice, any guidance? We're just going to go one more time, and then we'll lay some cards out again. Aries singles, what's coming up around the bend? Yeah, justice at the bottom, so you may just be having some nice balance come in. Let's see. Okay. So again, like coming up in the near future, right? This is almost kind of laying out similarly to the first part. So there might just be some stuff to work on, but let's get a couple more cards and then we'll talk about what's here. Oh, wow, this came up again. Nice. Okay. So again, so we're talking about near future, right? So there may still be like a little tendency, Aries, to sit in the mode of like not quite being able to figure out how to like open that door, crack that door to love. And Knight of Cups comes right after, right? So it's like where she's hunched over and she can't figure out how to break open this door. The key is right there. So it's almost similar to that Eight of Swords energy, where she can get out of the cloth so easily, but she feels bound, but it's sort of an illusion. This is also sort of speaking to the same energy of being in almost an illusion of not being able to get through the door, because the key is right there and there's light shining on the door, right? It's like support is there, help is there, but you just kind of have to choose to see it, right? And this is almost like making a choice not to see solutions in a way. So I would say be super mindful, Aries, of any type of thinking like that. Stay in your High Priestess mode. Like I said, the really good solution is to stay, and this is not meant to sound like, oh, just be positive. That's not it. It's actually training your mind to learn how to focus on the elevated feelings of the future that you want to have, right? So it's like dreaming. Allow yourself to dream, right? What do you want it to look like? What do you want love to look like? You want it to look like that Queen of Cups, and you want it to look like this, like nurturing and beautiful and with roots, right? So keep your focus out of lack, because this is a very lack mindset, right? And future orient your thoughts. Allow yourself to dream about, in a meditative state, this is a very useful tool, about what you want it to look like. How you want it to feel is also, that's the most important part, right? Get a little dreamy about how you want love to feel and how you want your life to feel. And replace lack thinking. Every time you feel it come up, replace it with the dreamy, future-oriented thinking. and the feeling of what that's going to look like for you, right? And you'll magnetize in this love where, you know, this is someone showing up with like a really sweet little romantic scene. And this is forward momentum, right? So if you can figure out this lack thinking, if you can sort of flop that lack thinking and get it future oriented, you'll get forward momentum, right? And so this card here, Two of Wands. So I just feel like for some reason this will be like slightly slow moving for you, right? As you transition sort of out of old ways of thinking and into new ways of thinking. It's gonna be a slow process, but once it flips and you get it, and like that epiphany and that light turns on, that you're not really stuck and you never were in lack, and that everything you needed is like within you. It's not even behind that door, it's in you. Once you get that, you're gonna take off like this Knight of Swords, right? And let's see, where's this going with the Two of Wands? Because she's very much like sitting at the window and dreaming out, but maybe this is talking about like look out the window and dream your, you know, future oriented thoughts, right? Yes, okay, nice. This is what we want to see. So yes, so death and rebirth is here to say that you will have a transition. You know, you will have a transformative period, right? Where you have those moments where you get out of lack thinking, and a big part of it is just being aware when it's coming up, because sometimes we have lack thinking and we're just like unconscious about it. Like we don't even realize that those thoughts are coming up. So as you start to pay attention and you catch that lack thinking come up, you'll be able to sort of broaden your awareness, get into your high priestess mode, where you're more conscious of your thoughts that are coming in, and you're gonna be able to have a transformation into this like nurturing type of connection that you wanted. And it's just gonna be like a moment that you just decide and everything is gonna shift. Like judgment can talk about when things shift and change, sometimes it can be for the better and sometimes it can be for the worse, right? But if you've been a little bit in having lack thinking and where things have been harder around love, this is where you have been pouring into love. The ways that you've been pouring into love, they're gonna come back and they're gonna fill your cups, right? So judgment is, you know, yes, it's about making a decision, right? But also look at her. She's looking up in this card, and it's almost like she's in higher self, right? Look how beautiful she is. But it's like she is seeing that she's no longer in Eight of Swords. She is in the seeing herself upright, free, arms to the air, and just in total beauty and bliss, right? So this is what it's going to transform into. So the key to that, though, again, is pay attention when those lack thoughts come up, and get into your future-oriented, elevated feeling as much as you can. Do it like a practice. Flex it like a muscle until that muscle gets strong, and your mind will start to automatically catch these thoughts when they come up and reorient and, you know, future project some more, right? And you'll just be able to manifest everything in, because you're in your high priestess, right? So you have the ability to manifest. You are in manifesting mode, right? But the high priestess is here to say it is all within your mental capability, right? You can manifest in more of the same old stuff if you're focused on this lack. And if you're focused on being bound and stuck and how things are not working, you can certainly manifest more of that in. If that's what you choose to focus on, right? But High Priestess has the ability to manifest whatever she's focused on. Sorry about the background noise. They're doing, you know, garbage pickup or something outside. Yeah, so just have an awareness about that you are the creator of your experience. And it's all within the power of your mental capabilities. You know, you have the ability with your focus to create whatever you want, right? And vice versa, to create whatever you don't want. So get aware of your thoughts, where they're sticking, and you know, where your where your time is spent in your head, and you can shift that, right? You've got the death and rebirth. You can get on top of that, and you can change your whole experience right into what you want, into Queen of Cups, into Knight of Cups, into Seven of Pentacles. You know, beautiful, nurturing, emotional, reciprocal type of love. So you've got this, Aries. All right. Okay, so hopefully this resonated with you. If it didn't, you can feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more resonance in your other placements. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps me grow the channel, and I so appreciate your support just in showing up and receiving this reading today. Okay, Aries, take care, guys.